Hi everyone, in this tutorial we're gonna go ahead and create our 11th Android application. So first we need to actually click on this start a new Android Studio project, and then we need to actually assign a name to our application name. So just type in here app 11, and then you can actually specify a company domain, a package name, and a project location for your application, and then click on next. And here you can actually specify a minimum SDK for your application. So make sure that you actually choose API 16 Android 4.1 Jelly Bean, okay? And then click on next, and here choose blank activity, next, and here don't change anything, and then click on finish. So as you can see here, now it's gonna actually configure and set up the project for us. And here delete this hello world text view here, and then double click on this res folder and layout, and then double click on this activity underline dot main.xml, and then here select this floating action button, and then press on delete key on your keyboard. So as you can see here, now this floating action button is gone. Okay, so now we can actually design our interface here, and let's actually drag and drop some components into this relative layout. Okay, so first of all, we need to actually drag a linear layout vertical into this relative layout in the center of this relative layout. Okay, so center horizontal and center vertical. So as you can see here, now we have this linear layout vertical inside this relative layout. Okay, now let's actually drag a text view into this linear layout vertical. So just click on this large text view here, and then put it inside this linear layout vertical here. Okay, so double click on this text view, and then for the text just type in here calculations. Okay, and for the ID just type in here txt calculations. Okay, and then let's actually drag a linear layout horizontal, okay, below this text view here, and then drag another text view into this linear layout horizontal. So just click on this large text view and then put it inside this linear layout horizontal, or you can actually put it inside this component tree and inside this linear layout horizontal, and then double click on this text view, and for the text just type in here game status, and for the ID just type in here txt game status. Okay, and let's actually click on this linear layout horizontal, and as you can see here, we have an attribute here called gravity. So just open this gravity attribute, and then check this checkbox here that says center underline horizontal. Okay, as you can see, now this text view inside this linear layout horizontal is at the center of this linear layout horizontal. Okay, and now let's actually drag an image view inside this linear layout vertical, and then just click on this image view here, and let's actually find the layout margin here, and for the top here, margin top, just assign the value 100, and then let's actually give an image into this image view. So on the desktop I have an image here, so just copy this image. Okay, and then I need to actually click on view, tool windows, and then project, and here I just need to click on this drawable folder inside this res folder, and then I just need to hold the command key and then press on the letter V key on my keyboard. If you are using a Windows machine, you need to actually hold the control key and then press on the letter V key on your keyboard. Okay, and then it's gonna actually ask you to assign a name and a directory to your image, and then click on OK. So as you can see here, now I've got this image inside this drawable folder. So let's actually find the src attribute of this image view here. So as you can see here, we have this src attribute here. So just click on this button here, and as you can see, the text of this button is 3 dots. Okay, And here, as you can see, we've got 3 tabs. So choose the project tab here, and then close this color folder by just clicking on this little triangle. And as you can see here, we have this drawable here. I can actually search for my image if I want to, if I actually know the name of my image. So here, as you can see, I can just type in DICE. As you can see, this is my image. Okay, by just typing, I could find this image. By just typing the name of this image, I did manage to successfully find my image inside this inside this drawable folder. So as you can see here, this is my image, and then I need to click on this OK here. Now, as you can see here, we have our image here inside this image view, and as you can see, it is very large. So we need to actually make it a little smaller. So I just need to find the layout width of this image, and then I can actually assign the value 100 to the width of this image, and then I can actually assign the value 100 again to the height of this image. As you can see here, this is our image here. Okay, and now let's actually drag a button into this linear layout vertical. So as you can see here, we have a button here, and then I can just put it below this image here and inside this linear layout vertical. So I can just double click on this button, and for the text, just type in here restart the game. And for the ID, I just need to type in btn restart the game. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. And I think the design of our interface is actually done, and we don't need to actually do anything here. We successfully designed the interface of our game here, and then we can actually go back inside this main activity.java file here, and then I can actually delete these lines of code that are actually related to the options menu, and then again delete this block of code that actually is related to the floating action button, which I'll talk more about in later tutorials in this course. So just delete this block of code here, and now we can actually put our own codes inside of this Java file. So I think that's enough for this tutorial, and we're gonna actually continue building our 11th Android application in the next tutorial. So thank you very much for watching, and if you have any questions, please post a discussion in the course, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.